Lauren Anderson. I'm the assistant principal at Jefferson Junior High. We decided to expand our character counts program. Last year we had it in 6th grade. This year we decided to go ahead and bring it into 7th and 8th grade. So we now have our 6th through 8th grade students taking our character class and enjoying this program. The reason we decided to go ahead and expand the program was, one, it was such a success and it was so popular with our 6th grade students. When we looked at the data, we noticed a tremendous drop in discipline issues. We noticed that, well, if you know anything about a 6th grader, often they get a little hormonal and they can be a little dramatic and have some drama come in, but we absolutely saw so much less of that last year with our character class. It gave our students a way to converse and a way to communicate about their feelings, about what they were experiencing. But to be honest, it gave me a way to communicate with our students, particularly when I was letting them know what our expectations were. The character class was really helping to hit that home in class, and I could then parrot it and talk about it even more if they happen to be sent to my office or if I saw them in the hallway.
So, Bentley, tell me what you learned today in the Hope Initiative workshop.
We got to learn about ourselves and our personalities and everyone around us.
Really? So, did you learn something about yourself that you did not know in the beginning?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's think about that for a minute. What would one of those things you can identify? What's one thing that you learned?
That I'm a future thinker.
You're a future thinker. Okay, did they do some type of activities with future thinking?
We did.
Okay, can you tell me what it was?
We had to write down some things that being a future thinker helps us with, like from home, school, and our community.
Great, awesome.
The most thing that I remembered about the workshop was the fun that we had and being able to learn and have fun at the same time. What made me be the spokesperson for my group is because I like reading a lot and I wanted to do it. So we had a lot of fun by everything we was doing because Dr. Harper gave us the chance to have fun.
It isn't just 6th graders who need character and just 6th graders who need the knowledge that this class is giving. 7th and 8th grade, they need it as well. And what we found was we could hit a lot of high points in 6th grade, but there was a lot more that the kids needed to learn. So in 7th and 8th grade, we went ahead and expanded it to include healthy relationships and personal health. And then in 8th grade, career, we already had a careers class, but this bringing in the character counts program to the careers class and melting those two things together and those ideas together really helped to create a more well-rounded class that the students are going to be able to enjoy and also that they're going to benefit from far into the future.
Some of the things that I learned last year from character class that I still use at home, school, and the community this year is being helpful. In community, I like to give to the homeless in homeless shelters, and at home, I like to help my mom. And since I'm an achiever, I love making straight A's and doing my best. My expectations for this year's character class are really high. Not only was last year really fun, but it was also helpful and I learned a lot.
Things that I learned last year in character class that I continue to use at home, school, and in my community is doing things even if you're not asked to. When we went to the park last year to clean up, we didn't have to, we just did to be nice and clean up our community. I use that by if I see a piece of paper at the hallway in school or maybe trash on the sidewalk when I'm walking downtown Jefferson, I'll pick it up and throw it in the trash somewhere else. Not because I have to, but because I want to and to keep our community clean.
Some takeaways in today's workshop were learning how to be successful in your career, learning how what you're good at. We got to know our strengths and our personality types. For me, I was an organizer. I tested and my strength was being an organizer. many things came from that and told me about myself that I didn't know already. And like we got to know more about our personalities and stuff, and just really know who we are and like how to be successful at our careers in the future.
For the Hope Ignition workshop, I went home, told my mom about it. She said it was very cool. I told her stuff that we learned. I learned my top 3 strengths, which are caring, organizer, and dependability. And I also learned my 4-letter code, which is ESFJ. And my mom, we logged onto my computer and we looked at what the stuff meant. And she said it was very cool, and she hopes other schools do it too.
So speaking of our students who, the 6th graders last year really loved the character class. Of course, they were so excited to go into it and continue that in 7th grade. One example of this was one of our students. She's so sweet. She loved interacting with Dr. Harper. She loved the character class, and she really took a lot from what it taught her about herself. And she and I, as well as her teachers, were able to engage in conversation about behavior, about her future plans based on what she learned in character. What I thought was so fantastic was she actually shared a letter or like a paper with us where she had written down her feelings about the character class, so I wanted to read that. She said, "The Hope Organization is a program that includes Dr. Harper and his partners, which to me his partners are unknown. The program travels from school to school and even goes to different states to meet children in these states. Wherever the program reaches a school, they talk to the children and let the children learn their strengths, personalities, and the way they learn best. They do all of this to prepare students for college, so when the students do reach college, they know the ways to become a successful student. This program has really made a huge, good impact in my life for the year that I've been involved in it. It has also been quite a huge surprise how much I've learned from this program. This program also has encouraged many students, including me, not to give up on very difficult and stressful situations. They also have let students learn all of this information in a pleasant, encouraged, and fun way. They are spread all across the United States, helping hundreds of students to be a better student. One by one, these kids will be able to be the best and most thoughtful, succeeding students America has ever had. I would like to learn how not to express emotions when you're mad, sad, or other feelings." And I just thought that was a fantastic sort of summary in what she had learned, last year, and that she's now going to be able to continue to work with this year.